All right, everybody, welcome back to Important. I'm important. First of all, obviously, y'all know Canik is one of my favorite brands, and I'll just go ahead and get this out the way because this is an outstanding gun. We have the Canik Mete SFX. You get this with it. I've had this for a minute, and today is the first day I went out to shoot it. You know what we got to do? First things first, it's clear. Oh, man, that feels great. Man, that feels great. In the hand, it's clear. You see it just like I see it. You get your two little plastic adapter plates, okay? I forgot exactly which models those are for, but you don't care, right? You'll look it up. Obviously, you get your mag loader, 2 magazines with it. So this is the claim to fame, right? This is what I'm talking about when I say Canik gives you the best packaging, right? The best value for your money. Obviously, we got our cleaning rod and all that kind of good stuff. You got your tool for takedown and stuff, back straps and all that kind of crap. Is this not the coolest thing that they give out with firearms? Some of you older heads, let me know what's a cool thing you used to get with firearms that you didn't have to pay extra for. Just some little cool thing. Obviously, this is a model of that firearm. But inside, man, we just lost something. Inside, man, you got all your screws. You got your different heads for your Torx bits that go in here. And these are all what you need for your firearm. Fits right in there, and it acts as that. Okay, cool. I love this thing, man. I love this. This, again, is like one of the best. So, obviously, it doesn't have a red dot on there. I don't think I'm going to put one on there, to be honest with you. And it also comes with this magazine. Well, actually came with it, but not on the firearm. I'll put it on there. I hadn't had it on there before today. I figured, why not? Shoot my combat executive yesterday, and I've got a couple other guns with some mag wheels on them. I normally don't care about getting a flared mag wheel. They are practical. There's no doubt about it, but I just don't care. Let's talk first about, kind of that grip, what I feel when I'm holding it. Well, first of all, it does fit very naturally. If we want to compare it to, like, I just want to do the gun I had before, I do feel more of the weight in the rear than I do up here in the front. Obviously, we've got a flashlight in the front that helps, a bulky one at that. Feels really good. I mean, I got the weight where I'm strongest at, a little closer to the rear. And the stippling on here, dots, man, at the back. We've got that sandpaper grip that I like on the front. Now, this is aggressive, and if this makes sense, when I've got this back strap on at least, and I haven't changed it, and I don't change them. I've done it before just to play around. But I don't actually change them to try to see if they fit. One may fit better and it fits like a glove. But anyway, it feels more recessed, some of the sandpaper stuff. But it is as rough as I need it. Okay, it's as rough as I need it. And again, they have these spots with no texturing on there. I would just as much like it all the way around. I really would. I'm sure there's a reason. Moving on to the trigger. 4.6. It feels like that, right? Right? 4.6, 4.5, 4.3. 4.8. The trigger on this thing is fantastic out of the box. It'll probably even lighten up more. I'll be honest with you, it feels lighter than that too. There's a wall, if you want to call it that. I mean, you see right after that, there's nothing there. All right, let's see if we can get the reset. Oh man, it's instantaneous. Instantaneous, all right? Reversible magazine release. This is a little beefier fellow. It does stick out. I guess you can call it extended. It's a little stiffer than, for instance, let's just go over the one we just went over, CZP10F. It's a little stiffer than that, but absolutely usable. Okay, I like it, right? And I don't want the ones that are too light and had stuff dropping right out. But look at the slide release, too. Okay, so obviously it's ambi. Very slim. Very slim. 3-dot whites, which I love. My favorite kind. I mean, to be honest, this is my favorite sight setup, just because it's what I'm used to. Got the most time on. They had these guns, the Mete, the original ones, or excuse me, the SFXs, the original SFXs as competition firearms. I don't see why you couldn't use this out of the box in some kind of competition as well. I don't shoot competition. I mean, look, this is fitting right into the same kind of mode and category. Nice long sight radius. Look at this front of the slide. We got it tapered a little bit here in the front. tapered down. It's a little less aggressive than like their rival. You know, the rival, I think, is a little more aggressive how it tapers down, but you still get some of that. I like that slimmer look. Got your slide serrations in the front and the rear. Obviously, we want to reduce some weight here. I mean, again, this is basically competition ready. The shooting this thing, I mean, it continues to exceed my expectations. And right now, I you know, anytime I'm going to shoot one, I do have high expectations for it. They're really doing some fantastic work. The reason I like Canik so much as well is because there's a special place in my heart in this two-way world for stuff that is affordable or maybe budget, pocket friendly, whatever you want to call it, but it's quality. I mean, this is probably the epitome of that in this two-way world, but I know a lot of people get turned off when they think they have to spend thousands and thousands on something just to start, you know, having fun with the sport of shooting. And then obviously, yes, there's that self-defense component. Everybody should be able to exercise their right, blah, blah, blah. But really, the majority of what I'm thinking is fun. I like shooting. I like going out there and I like putting some rounds down range. So I hate people being turned off because they think everything has to be war ready or you have to spend a bunch of money on it. You do not. You could literally go out here, shoot competition with folks who have been shooting for quite some time. And I'm telling you, this is going to compete with their fancy guns. Okay. Yes, there's a lot of things you could do to make this, you know, probably more accurate, run a little faster, blah, blah, blah. And as you get into it, you can do some of that stuff, but don't deter people from getting into it unless they're absolutely just buying some crap that will not function. Okay, that's a waste of time and waste of money. Again, shooting it, we took it, you know, we threw a suppressor on there. I'm telling y'all, this barrel, can I just go on a little quick tangent? I ordered this barrel on 11/1. I didn't get it to December 30. I don't want to be Mr. Negative, but I got to let y'all, I got to keep it real, right? Ordered it from Canik USA, hitting them up and emailing them. And eventually they stopped responding. And that part kind of aggravates me. Now, when I ordered it, it did not show that it wasn't in stock. So first time I emailed them, she said, well, it's not in stock. No ETA, right? And it wasn't back ordered anything. So that already was like, I don't like that. But then when they didn't have an ETA and then they just kind of stopped responding, because eventually I asked for my money back after waiting, you know, for about a month. They didn't respond. I mean, I'm emailing y'all, not like hounding them, but anyway, we took it out and we, shot it suppressed. And, you know, the funny thing is, it did okay. You'll see, we got footage. It would get to right about here after you fire one shot. Well, right about there. I mean, he was just out. And then clunk in the battery. I thought if I lubed it up, you know, maybe it'd do a little bit better. I lubed it up. It did okay. But I don't really think they meant for this to be suppressed. I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. Canik Mete SFX. Punishment for their bad customer service is it has to wear this Amazon flashlight. We got a threaded barrel for it too. We're going to just start off shooting some shots. Let you know how I feel about it. You want to reference the Elite Combat Executive. Obviously this has more size, slides bigger. It's a little bit smoother than that Elite Combat Executive. These are my first shots with this one, so I really got to digest how I'm feeling. This will be the first shots with this suppressor. Obviously, it was the first time I've taken this out. And it's everything I expected it to be. Very, very, very smooth. All right, look, we got 850 at the top, 3 of those. Then we got 3 of the 975. You think these were meant for this? It did go off. Obviously, it did not eject. Let's try it again. Maybe this is not enough. Maybe that 875 is too weak. It obviously cycled that 975 a little bit better. The other 850s, it ran those no problem. But you can see, and hopefully you guys are catching that, see how the slide has to come back in the battery. I lubed it up a little bit more. Obviously, you probably want to try some things like changing your guide rod out and all that, but we don't have one here, man, so we got to work with what we got to work with. What I want to do, let's just shoot the new barrel with some regular 115 grain stuff first. Let's just see how it does. Obviously, no issues there. Let's start with the harder stuff, the 975. All right, this is a big test, though. I'm impressed with this stuff that can shoot this 975. By the way, I mean, that 850, that 975 definitely felt nice little splashback. Bam, right in the cheek. Gave me a kiss. It only stings. It doesn't hurt. You get a little something coming back at you. You're going to if you shoot suppressed. You're going to get some stuff flying back. Gases, maybe little brass particles, but not gonna be anything that kills you. Keep your safety glasses on, blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go, 850. Nope, see that, y'all? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see how it didn't go in the battery? See that? So the 850 with this guide rod and this configuration, this particular suppressor is probably a little too mild for it. It looks like we're doing okay with 975. Let me run it again. Yeah, and even it sometimes has a little delay, but we're just throwing stuff down there now. But I just want you to know, don't think that hole ain't getting chewed out. Don't think it ain't getting chewed out. I don't focus too much on accuracy because I'm telling you the thing is accurate. Honestly, I'm not the best shooter either to be sitting here trying to dissect and break down a firearm's accuracy. That's why I don't spend too much time on it. If something was just really abnormal, I consider myself an average shooter, an okay shooter. These things can outperform me. So if I really wanted to start doing those type of tests, I'd like a more controlled environment, you know, kind of bench it, throw groups down, take my time, blah, blah, blah. So I don't focus too much on that. You may even shoot better than I do, but once you start maybe handling some of these guns that I go over, review, you start seeing some of my information is correct. Hopefully it translates a little bit to you, or maybe there's something I say that sways you one way or the other. Shouts out to Mr. Robbins, because I know that happened to you. But look at that. Doesn't that look nice? To me, that is awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah, who knows if they meant it for it to be shooting suppressed. And there's obviously things we could do to get that thing running flawless. If I tried to get everything running with every kind of attachment and every kind of bullet and every kind of, you know, with suppressor, I'd be spending a lot more money on extra diddly dads and doodangs than I would actual firearms and ammo. But man, this is absolutely a star. If you're thinking about getting one, think no more. Go ahead and cop and let me know what you think. I want you to comment DMS, Cash App. You're $20 if you put your Cash App name and comment DMS. Okay? And that's just, you know, a reminder of all those forgotten DMs that went unanswered from your boy. Hey, listen, I appreciate your time. Like, share, subscribe. How y'all like that new logo? Until the... Come on, peace.